up, world? I'm your boy APW Sports, and welcome to Season 2 of Chicago Bears Weekly. I am so excited. Training camp is finally here. Y'all just don't understand how excited I am that the season is finally here. Training camp began this weekend. There are many things to talk about heading into the current season. So in today's episode of Chicago Bears Weekly, we're going to break down 5 storylines of the Bears heading into the season. So without further ado, let's dive into it. Coming in at the number 5 storyline, we have the loaded running back position. Now, Run DMC is the headline of our running backs, starting with the 3rd round draft pick David Montgomery, with the free agent signing Mike Davis as the M, and is the only returning back Tariq Cohen as the C. Now, this running back combination has a chance to really get the running game off the ground, something that we weren't able to do so well last year. David Montgomery brings a lot to the table as far as being able to run with a physical style, being able to catch the ball out of the backfield, and also one of the underrated parts of his game is also going to be blocking. Mike Davis, he brings a lot of the same qualities as he's a big bruising back. He's able to do some things in the passing game, and he's also going to help when he has to pass protect. Now, Tariq Cohen is going to be the most dynamic one of the bunch, as his speed is able to create a lot of mismatches, as well as his height is able to create a lot of mismatches. And we all know that Matt Nagy loves to play around with his weapons, and Tariq Cohen is basically going to be Weapon X once again in this offense. So the running back position is going to be very, very key this year. If everything can get going, the Bears offense is only going to elevate that much more. The number 4 storyline heading into the season is, can the Bears handle the pressure of being the hunted? Now, last year they were being the hunter as if they had a 5-11 season in 2017. So they were being the hunter coming into last season. This year, they're the hunted. They have a target on their back after a 12-4 NFC North division winning year. They have a target on their back, and they have huge expectations going into the 2019 season. So the main question is, can the Bears really handle their pressure? Can they block out all the distractions? And can they keep the hard work going heading into this season? Now, with the mentality of this team and the mentality of the coaching staff, I don't see that being hard for the Bears to do. They have a loose locker room. They have really, really good chemistry amongst each other. They are a really, really solid team on all fronts. So I don't really see them having so much of a letdown heading into this year. Only time will tell, but as I see it now, the Bears will be able to handle that pressure of being the hunted team in the NFC North. Not just the NFC North, the NFC as a whole, as they were the 3rd team last year at the 12-4 record, and they have expectations to be even better. So the Bears will be able to handle being the hunted team in the NFC North. The number 3 storyline is, can Trubisky take his game to the next level and become elite? Time will tell, but last year for Trubisky was kind of an up and down year. He had more ups than downs. Going back and watching film on Trubisky, the thing that was his downfall last year was his mechanics and his footwork. When he had bad mechanics and footwork, he made bad plays. Throughout the season, he got better and better as far as his footwork and as far as his mechanics. And you really started to see that he has that untapped potential to become one of the top tier quarterbacks in the NFL. And not only that, he has a plethora of weapons around him. Not to mention the aforementioned Run DMC. He has Allen Robinson, Taylor Gabriel, Anthony Miller, free agent signing Cordell Patterson, 4th round draft pick Riley Ridley, and he also has Trey Burton at the tight end position, as well as Adam Shaheen at the tight end position. So he has a plethora of weapons around at his disposal to get the ball to. And Matt Nagy is very, very creative in ways to get the ball to those weapons. And Trubisky has a lot of untapped potential to become that elite quarterback. And as well as the Bears bring back one of the best offensive lines in the NFL to help keep Trubisky protected. And Trubisky himself has a lot of mobility. So the sky is the limit for this offense. The main question is, can Trubisky take that step and be elite and put it all together with what he has around him and the confidence and the hard work that he shows? I personally think Trubisky is going to take that next step this season to become an elite quarterback in the NFL. The number 2 storyline is defensive coordinator Vic Fangio's departure to become the head coach of the Denver Broncos. Now, this is going to be a wait and see situation. Vic Fangio leaves because of head coach in Denver, which he rightfully deserves. And then we bring in former Indianapolis head coach Chuck Pagano to replace him as the defensive coordinator. Now, they both run a very, very similar 3-4 scheme. The only difference I think that we're going to see is Chuck Pagano getting used to the players that he has and being used to their skill sets and what they can do with that in the defense. And also the way that they're going to call games is a thing that's going to be a very big difference. And I think personally it's going to take some time for Pagano and the players to be adjusted to each other and kind of get everything together. Thankfully, we have 4 preseason games to kind of really get things going, and especially the 3rd preseason game is something that I will be keeping my eye on to tell what type of way that Pagano's gonna call games and what he's gonna see throughout his players on his defense. We have basically everybody returning minus the absence of Bryce Callahan, which would replace with Buster Screen. So I don't think it's going to be too much difference personnel-wise. The only thing that's going to be the big difference is the way that the defensive game is called and planned for. And that's really going to be something I'm going to keep my eye on as the Bears head into the season. It's going to be something that I know that you guys will keep an eye on too. It's a wait and see on that aspect. Most Bear fans should have really known what the number 1 storyline heading into the season, the damn kicking game. Now this year going into the camp, we have 2 kickers competing for the starting spot with Eddie Pinheiro and Elliott Fry to replace some certain jackass, some certain clown that can't do nothing but hit goalposts last year. I'm not going to mention the guy's name, but this dude.
Fuck you!
So big thing that cost us in that playoff game was the double doing. And Elliott Fry and Eddie Pinheiro have to get the kicking game right. We have to get that right. We don't want that being something that will cost us games heading into this year like it did last year. We really need to get that kicking game correct. And as far as being in Chicago with the Windy City and late December, early January, come playoff time, kicking is going to be something that you really going to need to be at a solid standstill heading into any type of playoff run. You're going to need that kicking game to be solid A1 rock. It's got to be there. And Eddie Pinheiro or Elliott Fry has to step up and be that guy and stay consistent throughout the season. We don't need any blown kicks, goalposts hit. We have to get that kicking game right. And I know Matt Nagy has been working towards getting that right. I pray to God that this kicking game gets corrected. And I'm so hoping that it's corrected by the time the end of the season comes around. So that's gonna do it for episode 1 of season 2 of Chicago Bears Weekly. Be sure to leave your thoughts in the comment section down below as to if I missed any storyline or what storyline that you guys are looking forward to seeing in the 2019 Chicago Bears season. Now be sure to like the video, share the video, and also subscribe to the channel, as that only helps the channel to grow. And also click that notification bell so you guys can be part of the Noti gang. Now I am your boy APW Sports signing out. See you guys in episode 2 of Chicago Bears Weekly. Other than that, I am signing out. Peace out.
I wanna say thank you to my mom and my daddy for making love the night that you had me. Wanna thank my friends, my sister, and my brother.